Remember when summer felt endless? One vacation felt like forever. Waiting for your birthday felt impossible. A single school year felt like a lifetime. But now, something strange has happened. Weeks disappear before you even notice them. Months pass so quickly that sometimes you can barely remember what happened inside them. And somehow, every year feels shorter than the last. So what changed? Did time itself speed up? Of course not. But your brain is experiencing time very differently than it used to. And the reason is stranger than most people realize. It starts when you are 5 years old. At that age, 1 year represents 20% of your entire life experience. That makes 1 year feel enormous, huge, important. Now imagine you are 50. That same year is now just 2% of everything you have ever lived. Same amount of time. Completely different feeling. Your brain measures time relative to everything you have already experienced. And as life gets longer, each new year begins to feel smaller, but that is only part of the story. Think about childhood. Almost everything around you was new. Your first day at school, your first best friend, your first bicycle. New experiences were everywhere, and new experiences force the brain to pay attention, and attention creates memories, powerful ones, detailed ones. The more memories your brain stores during a period of time, the longer that period feels when you look back. This is why childhood feels so large in memory. Your brain was recording everything. Now compare that to adulthood. You wake up, check your phone, brush your teeth, take the same route, talk to the same people, open the same apps, eat familiar food, sleep, repeat. And somewhere inside your mind, your brain quietly makes a decision. Nothing new here. Nothing important enough to store. And this is where things become strange. When you look back later, there are fewer memories attached to that time, and fewer memories make time feel faster. You did not lose those days. Your brain simply decided they were not worth keeping. Psychologists have studied this for years. There is something called the holiday paradox. Think about the last time you traveled somewhere completely new. While you were there, time felt slower. Every street was unfamiliar. Every decision required attention. Your brain was recording everything. And when you returned home, that trip felt surprisingly long. Why? Because your brain stored more memories during that short period. Now think about a normal week at home. Routine takes over. Autopilot begins, and suddenly, an entire week disappears. Same amount of time. Completely different experience. But there is something even stranger. Your brain processes the world differently as you age. When you were a child, your brain was absorbing enormous amounts of new information every second. Everything felt intense, detailed, rich. Imagine your mind as a camera. As a child, it captures every tiny detail. Every second feels fuller, and fuller moments feel longer. But as you grow older, the brain becomes more efficient. It stops paying attention to things it has seen thousands of times before. It filters reality faster, and when fewer details are captured, life begins to feel faster. But there is one final reason. Routine. The more predictable life becomes, the less your brain notices, and the less your brain notices, the faster time seems to disappear. But here's the fascinating part. You can actually slow life down again. Not by changing the clock, but by changing what your brain experiences. Learn something difficult. Take a different route home. Travel somewhere unfamiliar. Talk to people outside your usual world. Do anything unexpected, because the moment your brain encounters something new, it starts paying attention again. And attention creates memory. And memory stretches time. So maybe time was never speeding up. Maybe life only feels shorter. Because your brain stopped noticing the moments, and perhaps the secret to making life feel longer is learning how to experience something new again. Because in the end, you do not lose time when clocks move faster. You lose time when your mind stops remembering the journey and your brain is ready to start noticing again. This has been Mind Archive.